All right, we are live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Cam and Focus Weekly. Sorry, I'm just kind of getting myself adjusted here. Ooh. I am your host, Cam, and with me, as he typically is Mr. Andrew. How are you this evening?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. It was definitely a shorter weekend than I would have liked because I volunteered to cover for another clinic on Friday, so I didn't get my usual 3-day weekend. So I'm kind of salty
Ah,
about that, but that's okay. You know.
darn.
And also with us tonight is Mr. Spencer from the Dingus Den. How are you this evening?
Doing all right. Just hanging in there, ready for the in the last stretch of the semester, so I'm ready for it to be all over.
Oh, I understand. I definitely understand. Well, once you see that light at the end of the tunnel, it's like every day just drags.
I know. It's like
Yeah.
there's Shell Beach and we're almost there.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh yeah. So tonight we are discussing a film that I had never seen before, called Dark City. Now, if you're not at all familiar with that movie, first of all, I don't blame you. It's one of those movies that kind of lost any kind of relevancy in pop culture over the years. Um, but it was directed by Alex Proyas. Now, if you don't know who that is, he directed the original Crow with Brandon Lee. But then after that, he directed such masterpieces as I, Robot and
Oh,
Gods of Egypt. Holy moly, what a filmography. I mean, this
but I
guy.
will say, I actually had a lot of film friends on Twitter because I put out a post when I was watching the movie that were saying that they love Dark City and that it's a favorite of
Mhm.
theirs. So it's definitely got its
Yeah,
following.
and it's so interesting because you see such varied uh it's such a variety of films within one director's filmography. Like on the one hand, you have a movie like Dark City. On the other hand, you have a movie like Gods of Egypt. And so it's like, at what point did you make the crossover into just unapologetic crap?
Yeah, I know.
And now, this was a first time watch for me, as I imagine it was for you guys as well. So I'll kind of go around the clock here. Andrew, what did you think of the movie? Like, what did you come out of it having,
Yeah.
taken from it?
Well, after I processed the headache of the mind bending that this movie was, I actually quite enjoyed it. Like I thought it was a good time. Like I told Spencer yesterday, it's like if the Truman Show and the Matrix had a baby. Like,
Right, right.
it was pretty good, and I am forgiving of the director slightly for Gods of Egypt because it balances out. It's like Thanos, everything's balanced. But
Of course.
for a 90-minute movie, it's really tight and it does this. The pacing and the storytelling is really well. There's not like any exposition or filler stuff. It's all fitting to the story, and I think it ties in the end nice. So
Yeah. And how about you, Spencer?
Yeah, I'd echo a lot of that sentiment. I didn't really know quite what I was getting into. I didn't really look up too much. All I knew about it beforehand was a mutual friend of mine, Andrews, recommended it to me. And yeah, other than that, I just went into it blind. It was great. It has a bunch of I didn't realize how much I'd actually kind of get into it, as it has a bunch of that sort of weird.
mhm.
Um, what do I want to say? Like, it turns into like a sci-fi that I was expecting, and like that was super up my alley and like all that
Hmm.
stuff. And so like just the twist and all with it, I was like, oh, I really like this. I didn't know this is what I was getting into, but
Yeah.
these are the
Exactly.
kinds of stories that I can really get into. And also looking at when it came out too, it's really interesting to see that we got something like that at the time as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot of things about it that are so aggressively 90s, but at the same time, taking into account its contrasting themes between like film noir and
Mhm.
science fiction thriller, uh, it really does have kind of a timeless feel to it. Uh,
Mhm.
but something I'll say is, like you guys, I didn't really know what to expect going into this movie. I was expecting, like a noir type thriller with maybe some kind of supernatural element to it. I was not expecting for it to go full blown, just like
Yeah.
cosmic anomaly type shit.
Yeah.
And I mean that they really and I really praise the film for this because they went for it. I mean,
Mhm.
it wasn't like it didn't feel necessarily derivative of anything. This felt like its own original piece of art, and man, they just went for it. They saw a direction and they started freaking driving. And
Yeah.
I think the destination really I think they really stuck the landing with that.
Yeah, I agree. For
Now,
sure.
what we have well, we have several actors in here, a lot of a lot of which we know from other things like Jennifer Connelly, um, William Hurt. I gotta say, Kiefer Sutherland, somebody give this guy some direction. Because
Yeah.
I found out that if you want to talk like Kiefer Sutherland in this movie, you have to take a breath between every other word.
It's like
Like,
Steven
oh my
Seagal.
God. I thought that was maybe just his opening narration, but that was the entire movie.
Yeah, I go to the pool because it's like a phobia for him. Yeah.
And I spent so long. I spent so long waiting for him to stop. And he did briefly at the very end of the movie when it
Yeah.
wasn't actually him. When it was like his
Oh.
memory implanted inside of
Oh, yeah.
John Murdoch,
Mhm.
giving him all the information at the end. Like then he was kind of talking normally, but it's like, come on.
It adds to the suspense of the story.
Like I'm not gonna lie, it got really grating after a while. I was
Well,
like,
it could have been is the strangers made him do a lap around the city before every time he had to speak, and so he was just out of breath. By the way, those
Well,
strangers things were freaky. What the heck?
oh yeah, it's
The kid, oh, he was hilarious.
oh when he bites John Murdoch's hand when he's hanging off the edge. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Good grief.
And the
Yeah.
kid got braces. Now, when I first saw the strangers or the others, I forget exactly. I forget what they're called. When I first saw them, I was thinking maybe there was some kind of like weird cult or something like
Mhm.
that. I mean, this is going off of like the cover art and stuff like that. I thought there was some kind of crazy cult. But then at the beginning of the movie, when you get Kiefer Sutherland's voiceover establishing the setting, it's like, oh my God, no, they are actual aliens.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of cool, like immediately you're starting off the film completely off balance, and
Mhm.
it does not let you gain your footing at all.
No, and it does
mean,
it really
so
well.
something that I'll praise this film for, when it comes to keeping that creepy claustrophobic type feel is is the cinematography.
Oh yeah.
Right away you're treated to like matte painting backgrounds, real like classic film noir style cinematography, lots of Dutch angles, lots of top down shots. It felt very much reminiscent of a lot of those types of movies that we've seen before.
Yeah. Well, and
And
I liked it. It was kind of
I was going somewhere with that and I cannot remember where I was going with that.
I
But
liked that
oh,
it kind of made me think of
Andrew, I
Memento.
can't hear you.
Oh,
I
can you hear
can't
me,
hear
Spencer?
you.
I hear you.
Oh,
Oh,
I hear
let
you,
me
Spencer. Oh, there he is.
Okay.
can
That's
you
weird.
hear me? So I can say whatever I want.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Oh
asleep
no,
now.
damn. I had to commit to the bit.
Yeah.
But I liked how we figured we were finding out bits about the story with Murdoch, following him and everything. I thought that was a cool touch there.
Yeah.
Because every second, every time you think you know where the story's going, they show something. You're like, oh no, that's
Oh
completely
yeah.
different.
Yeah, there are lots of rug pulls in this movie. And uh well we have, John Murdoch, who's like literally a blank slate character. And it was easy to kind of put yourself in his shoes as the plot was unfolding, and in that sense, it really helped to help you sympathize with him as a character. But at the same time, he is literally a blank slate. That like, there's really nothing to him at all.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
And then you want to talk about blank slates? Oh my God, Jennifer Connelly. She, I like Jennifer Connelly, but she almost had nothing to do in this movie. But I mean, but at the same time, I feel like it's very fitting for this setting that they've established, because they have these, you know, aliens who are, you know, harvesting and redistributing personalities, like literally
Yeah.
personalities. And with that in mind, you have these people who aren't themselves. And
Yeah.
so it really helps to establish this weird kind of everything just feels so off. And then the more
Yeah.
you learn about this setting, the more off it feels. But you start to really
Mhm.
understand, oh my God, like that they don't have a son. You know, he says, you know, when's the last time you've seen the daylight or something like that? And I'm like,
Yeah.
holy shit, yeah, he's right.
Yeah. Well, and I like how the first time we really get confirmed that people have switched, get their memories and everything switched, is when he sees the guy from the hotel at the newspaper stand.
Yeah.
And there's kind of that like flashback glitch or whatever. And he's like, okay, something's off there. So we're kind of figuring things out with him,
Yeah.
which I liked.
Yeah, and the first time that I started to become suspicious about it, what was actually before that, whenever, you know, after John Murdoch has his encounter with that guy in the hotel lobby, and he, you know, he says he's 3 weeks past due on his, you know, payment or whatever. When the police come in and talk to that same guy and talk to the same guy,
It's a different guy.
but he
Yeah.
says the same things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, oh, wait a minute,
I know,
what
I was
just happened here?
I was like, was there a reshoot or something? Like,
Yeah, exactly. I'm scrolling through the goofs on IMDb looking for a continuity error there. It's like, oh no, I don't know. That's the way it is.
yeah. Well, you see race cam, I don't. So,
Oh my God. Yeah, the only race I care about is the Indy 500. Thank you.
oh man.
Now, I want to talk a bit about the score for this movie, because I liked it. I thought it was really good, but it didn't feel like it fit, in my opinion. I was thinking that a score like, you know, the original Blade Runner, where it's a whole bunch of like, you know, like smooth soundscapes and things like that, would have been a better fit. But instead we got like grand orchestra
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Do you guys think that it enhanced or hurt the overall tone of the movie?
I think it helped a little bit just because the movie itself is weird. So for the
Yeah.
score to be weird, I think helps add to that. But I do think something more like a Blade Runner could have helped
Mhm.
enhance it more. I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I wasn't really paying attention to the score. I was just trying to pay attention to what was going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
okay, what the hell is happening?
A boom! It's like, whoa, okay. know.
Why is he sticking a needle in his forehead?
Yeah, Matrix style.
Yeah.
Well,
And you know, this movie came out 1 year before The Matrix, and it basically
Yeah.
is like The Matrix.
Yeah.
It hits a lot of the same themes. I mean, you even have Dr. Sheber as the Morpheus type character,
mhm.
and but you had this movie that had, I think, it was a pretty modest like $40 million budget or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you had and it did terribly at the box office. I think it made like 18 million. But then you have The Matrix that went on to be this cultural phenomenon, and
Yeah.
I can guarantee that the main difference is the fact that The Matrix has kung fu.
Yeah, that is true.
That
I
is
thought-
the kryptonite to this movie, is that The
Yeah.
Matrix had fighting.
Well, I think too, it's part of it is with it being a short movie, they couldn't potentially go down that route of like having him fight the strangers more than just
Yeah.
like with his tuning, because that would have been cool to see. I saw on IMDb some of the set pieces were sold to the production of The Matrix. I don't know if any were actually used.
Oh, really?
They were actually
okay.
so some of the sets in Dark City that we see in the Matrix are mostly in the beginning of the movie whenever Trinity is jumping over the rooftops and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
That's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, not the leather
Hey.
jackets though. So
Yeah, well, of course. See, that's another reason why this film failed is because they weren't wearing leather.
yeah,
See, that right there would have just elevated it from here to about here.
yeah, I know. See, Alex, dude, just. Oh,
And
man.
There were a lot of small character touches in this movie. I don't mean
Mhm.
literal touches. Like, yeah.
Right.
No, there were a lot of small character moments that I really felt were effective. And the first time that I really started to pay attention to John Murdoch as a character was whenever he was trying to figure out his name. But like he was on the city street looking in the window, seeing his reflection, and like introducing himself to himself, saying different names that start with a J, trying to see which one sounded right. And then after a while, after a minute of that, he just starts laughing because of the ridiculousness of it. I thought that was a really nice touch.
Mhm.
Despite the fact that the characters are pretty, not really characters, I think that there was a lot done to make them at least feel like people.
Yeah. And I think it's fitting with the type of story because they're no longer themselves, right? Like up here, there's
Yeah.
just every day there's someone else that they get to the point where you're just like kind of NPCs a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
So yeah. Yeah.
Now, whenever we finally get the revelation that this city is literally just like a floating piece of cosmic schmutz, did that come as a surprise to you? Did you kind of see something like that coming, or what did you think?
It was a bit of a surprise, but then I remember that the opening scene literally starts like in space, right? Like the
Yeah.
narration.
Right.
So,
I didn't think too much about it. And like I said, a lot of this has to do with me watching it all in the morning when I wasn't awake and just laying there watching it. And so, but it makes perfect sense. And I love though, like when we get the actual depiction of what it is out in space, it's just like it's sort of like wacky sci-fi stuff. It's just like, oh, it's cool. It's like literally a, flat Earth flying out around.
Or William
Flat Earth
Hurt.
confirmed.
Yeah, exactly.
Poor William Hurt is just still floating in space to this day.
Oh, he did.
Well,
He's-
yeah,
he
I know.
is stupid dead.
yeah,
And if it feels weird, because you have William Hurt, who's built up to be this, big contender in the plot, and then it's like you blink and then he's just gone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even like the
I'm-
one guy, the one former cop that did all the drawings and
Yeah,
stuff, like he was kind of starting to be built up to be something. He's like, watch me jump in front of a train. And I was like, wait a minute. Like,
I triple dog dare you.
I was like, we had a 7th thing going on here, and you're just like, like, what's going on here?
We had a 6-7 thing going on here.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah. Now the way that a lot of information about this, within the plot was conveyed, there were 2, maybe 3, like really big exposition dumps that, kind of took me out a little bit. I know that sometimes there isn't really a better way to convey
Yeah.
information, but sometimes the exposition got a little too heavy-handed for me. But it was like maybe 2 or 3 scenes in the movie, and everything else was, pretty
Yeah.
streamlined, actually surprisingly so.
Yeah.
And the script had really high moments and really low moments,
Yeah.
but it's weird, how flat everything felt kind of made
Literally.
it made those 2 levels kind of hard to distinguish at times.
Yeah. Well, for me, the low part of the script was when I was watching it yesterday. They spent kind of the whole hour sort of building up the story. You're figuring things out with Murdoch, and then it's like the last half hour feels like this because it felt like it was kind of rushed a bit. Maybe that's
Yeah.
just me, but I would have liked even if there was 10 or 15 more minutes to kind of, I don't know, add to it a little bit. But
So there is actually like a director's cut or uncut version
that makes sense.
Oh, yeah?
that has like
Let me see.
15 or so extra minutes of footage.
Oh,
I'd watch it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
well,
would.
Well, I went out to IMDb and because I had heard about the director's cut, and I looked down at the alternate versions tab, and it lists off all the differences between the theatrical cut and the director's cut. And I'm scrolling through, I'm like, okay, there's more. Okay, there's more. Okay, there's more. Okay, there's more. Holy shit!
Oh man. Well, that makes a lot of sense because, like I said, and it was probably a studio thing, but I'm like,
Yeah,
it just felt very. Once he got to the strangers and he was at their place, it just kind of went through that a little
breezed right
fast. And
by.
and I would have liked a little bit
For
more.
sure.
Yeah, and it culminated ultimately in a staring contest.
Right.
That was kind of weird. Yeah, that could have been done a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I
director's
know.
cheap. Cut
Like-
is kind of cheap on Amazon, Andrew. Like you need something else in your collection there.
Right. I know. I'm almost out of shelf room actually. Well, apparently the director's cut, because I did read this on IMDb. Alex did not want the opening monologue because he felt like
Yeah.
it kind of basically tells you what the story is. But
Yeah.
the studio was like, "Oh no, we need that,"
Hmm.
and I'm like, "Do
Yeah,
we really
that
need
makes
Kiefer
sense.
Sutherland doing an
I
opening
was gonna
monologue?"
say, any removal of Kiefer Sutherland dialogue in this movie is a win in my book because I could not stand him. I could not stand listening to him.
From now on, Spencer and I will do the rest of the review talking like this.
But before I knew the cast of this movie, I was watching him in there, and I was like, I've
Mhm.
seen him somewhere. I know that I've seen him somewhere. And then I look it up, and it's Kiefer Sutherland. I'm like, no freaking
Yeah.
way!
Well, yeah, the thing with the
wait,
eye,
too.
you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that and his, colorful vocal intonations. I mean, he really disappeared in this role.
Oh man.
And what we don't get to see, like, what the others or strangers, I'm just going to call them the others. We don't get to see what they actually are, except for like maybe
Mhm.
3 times in the movie, where you see like the CGI tooth worms coming out of their
Yeah,
heads.
that was weird.
That was very weird, but at the same time, it kind of brings it back to my comment earlier about this movie feeling just so unapologetically 90s.
I did
Yeah.
like
I mean that this was coming out around the same time as things like Men in Black and The Matrix and
Yeah.
It literally took like everything from those, like every theme. It was like boop.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know about you all, but those alien people, they gave me heavy vibes of the people from Hellraiser. Are they called Cenobites or something like that?
Cenobites, yeah. Oh yeah.
It gave me heavy vibes of that. And I was watching this and I'm like, this is kind of what I wanted from Hellraiser, because I remember really liking the idea of Hellraiser and just not liking it.
Yeah.
And then I look at these guys and it's like, oh, it's Hellraiser on steroids in space. And I kind of love that idea with the movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. And all that was missing was, the head alien going, "Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering." Oh,
See, I don't
man.
know the context of that, and that's so funny.
You haven't seen Hellraiser, Andrew?
No.
It's a good body horror
Ugh.
movie.
Spencer, I'm surprised you've seen it then.
It didn't click with me like I thought it would. It was something that I really liked the concept of, but I didn't like the execution of it.
Ooh. This
So-
character looks
Yeah,
freaky.
well,
I don't know
it's
about that.
it's pretty commonly regarded among the fandom that Hellraiser 2 is the better film overall.
Should try it
But
sometime.
I do have a lot of appreciation for Hellraiser, for the first Hellraiser, just because there are so many iconic moments from it, like with the Chatterer appearing for the first time, just like you're looking at a wall and then boom, he's just there.
Mm.
But oof, yeah, that
I
was
don't Hellraiser to me seems like something that they make up in a sitcom when the nerds are talking about their favorite movie. Just has that type of name. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget the names of all the Cenobites. There's the Chatterer and Pinhead, and I forget what the rest of them are. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's. I mean, I think that if you're a horror movie fan, I think every horror movie fan should watch Hellraiser at least once.
Yeah. I'll give it a shot. I didn't know it came from a novella, and that reminds me, I have it downloaded, but I haven't read it yet.
Oh, what was it called?
Hold on. I got you.
The something heart? No.
So
The
from what I
Razor
can
Heart.
tell, the Hellbound Heart.
The Hellbound Heart. Yes.
And it is written by Clive Barker, who did the movie. So
yeah, it's surprising. Well, actually, this movie, Dark City, is based on a story by Alex Proyas. So,
Oh, okay.
oh
yeah,
yeah,
it's surprising the movies that you watch that are based on or adapted from something like a big one is Arrival. You know that movie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That movie is based on a novella called Story of Your Life. And Blade Runner, it's based off the novel Do Androids Dream of Robot Sheep or something like that.
What a title.
Yeah. But that is like that is what it's called, but it's I'm now granted I haven't read that myself, but I'd be curious to know how much what's alike and what's different between book and movie. I forget who wrote that book. It wasn't Isaac Asimov. It was somebody else.
Dark City was nominated in a few places.
What, for the Razzies?
No, this movie's way too good for the Razzies.
I'm kidding.
I'm seeing here that it won a Bram Stoker Award for Best Screenplay, as well as it won Best Screenplay at Film Critics Circle of Australia Awards, but then it was also nominated at the Saturn Awards and the Hugo Awards.
Nice.
That's interesting. I was just looking up one of the writers because I recognized one of the writers who did this movie, who contributed to it, David S. Goyer, but then there's also Liv Dahl, who I don't know. And so, which I
remember seeing his name going like, oh.
Yeah. David's done a lot of stuff. And
well, I gotta say, probably honestly, maybe my favorite part of the movie was the ending. Just something about Murdoch getting to Shell Beach, and Jennifer Connelly, as flat as her character was, there was something about the way it clicked there between them. Like he knew everything about her, and and she didn't. And I don't know. It just was. I thought it tied everything together nice.
It did, and it felt very cathartic. It felt like he reached a goal that he had been striving for the whole movie. Because I mean, literally in that sense, that is what happens. He's given all this power of creation, and he chooses to make a better world. Now, the movie doesn't do anything to dive into the deeper implications of that.
That's the hard part. Is it's like there's a lot of good ideas, but it's not fully fleshed out. So I do want to see the extended cut.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's on Amazon right now, Andrew. You need it.
Let me get to Amazon
before you beat me to it.
Oh, good. And now I really hope I'm not the only one who thought this. So Rufus Sewell, who played John Murdoch, am I the only one who looked at him and saw freaking Oscar Isaac?
Wait, who? Wait, which one?
A little bit. I can see that a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, but like pretty much like every time John Murdoch was on screen, I was looking at him and I'm thinking he looks just like a younger Oscar Isaac. And then that led me down a rabbit hole of thinking, oh, if they ever remake this movie, who should play the parts? Well, Oscar Isaac, obviously.
And you can still get Kiefer Sutherland back.
Just don't bring back Kiefer Sutherland. Oh my god, he was insufferable.
But this really is a movie where the hour and a half is good, but there's definitely more that could have been there. Because I was like halfway through and I was like, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm enjoying it. Like, you know,
it's a ride that you kind of just have to let yourself go along with. And the good thing about this movie is that it trusts you to be along for the ride.
Yes, this movie would not be made nowadays because they would just be telling you every 5 seconds, like, this is what's happening. Da 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 da.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. I mean, if
it's one of those movies that I feel like that even with watching the standard version, it could possibly even be better on a rewatch.
yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is a movie that benefits from from as a second watch because now that you know what's going on, your brain's processing differently the things that you're seeing.
Mhm.
And so and I feel like that the rewatch should be that extended edition. Um
Mhm.
and it's a shame though because you guys are right. This movie would never get made today, and
Yeah.
if it did get made, it would have to go through something like A24 or something like that.
Right.
That really puts a lot of faith in indie type films. I mean, not that this is an indie film. I mean, it was New Line Cinema, but
But still, it kind of has that indie film feel to it.
it does have that indie feel to it, and I really find that so endearing because
Mhm.
that this isn't like a huge Hollywood production. This isn't a blockbuster. This isn't the type of movie that all the kids talk about all summer. I
Oh,
mean,
well, I guess.
this is a very cerebral experience. I mean, albeit a very
Mhm.
niche cerebral experience.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie bombed at the box office, and I understand why. I can see why.
Mhm.
This isn't a for everybody movie at
Absolutely.
all.
Yeah. You have to really like that specific type of sci-fi
Yeah,
to even want to give it a shot.
I think that's why it kind of like really clicked for me. Is it's like, oh, this is the
Mhm.
kind of weird crap that I like that I
Yeah.
gave it. And
I mean, it's
so-
literally why we have the show. So
well, Alex Proyas is why we have the show.
exactly.
For better for worse, gods of fucking Egypt.
That should have been the title.
Kevin Folks Weekly, gods of fucking Egypt.
They're what?
Oh,
Egypt?
man.
but it just goes to show like the diversity of filmmakers because you have filmmakers like Denis Villeneuve who just consistently put out masterpiece after masterpiece after masterpiece. But then you also have a director like Alex Proyas who as far as like the big huge big name Hollywood directors that I could maybe attribute him to, I would say Ridley Scott. Not based on the quality of the movies, but based
Mhm.
on the variety of the quality of the movies. Because
Yeah.
because Ridley Scott, I mean, you have fantastic films like Blade Runner, The Last Duel, Alien, Gladiator, The Martian, exactly. And then you have Alex Proyas, who had great films like Dark City, The Crow. But then you have Ridley Scott, who had not great films like Alien Covenant,
Legend.
Napoleon. Exactly. And then you have Alex Proyas, who had not great films like Gods of fucking Egypt and I, Robot.
I think I own that too, actually. I
used to
own
love
his bottom
watching
half.
I used to
So,
love
so,
watching
so
that
to
robot.
I, Robot's credit, it's a
Mhm.
fun action movie. It is a fun surface level action movie. If you dive into the work of Isaac Asimov, that his work is what iRobot is based off of.
Mm.
Mhm.
He dives into crazy themes of how of technology and how humanity interacts with technology, how humanity is forced to adapt to technology and things like that. Whereas iRobot is just like, oh, let's go fight some robots.
Haven't seen
Sounds
it.
like a YouTube video.
Exactly, and it culminates in the most cliche freaking AI overlord type deal, where it's like, oh, the
Does
only
Will
way
Smith fall in love with the robot? That's what I want to know.
Oh no, he doesn't fall in love with the robot. Although if it,
Ah.
he falls in love with oh geez, what's that actress's name? something Monahan.
Not Dominic.
No, I forget her name, but her character
Yeah.
might as well be a robot because she has no personality.
I was just thinking the cliches of we're fighting the robots, and then for some twisted reason, he locks eyes with the robot and's like, hey.
We united and it feels so good. Yeah.
Oh man.
And now, go ahead.
I was just gonna say one thing I did really like about the movie was the production and set designs. I thought that was all really good.
Oh yeah.
And even the wide shot of the city, like the whole city, looked great. So,
I mean, it felt dirty. It felt grungy. It felt like heavily lived in.
Yeah.
Yeah. The overall setting was just so well put together, and the way that the narrative affects the setting, I thought was really effective. Like the first time that we see the clock hit midnight, and everybody just stops.
Yeah.
I was
like, is this a curfew or something?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
and even when real quick, you mentioned that even like when they changed like the setting for the people, so there was that couple that was sitting at that small table, and then the others come in and they put them by a long table, change their outfits, change their food and everything.
Yeah,
like that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much that they did to make this world feel super dynamic and feel like it is changing every single night. And I want so okay. So overall, I'd say I give this movie like a 6.5 out of 10. Just because what it did well, it did really well. What it didn't do well, it really didn't do well. I would love to see this overall plot expanded on. I want to learn more about the others. I want to learn more about the city they've constructed. I want to learn more about, what happens after, like what does John Murdoch do with his newfound power? Because
this would have been great as like a sci-fi channel series in the early 2000s.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I could totally see this being like an 8-episode, 45 minutes per episode type series.
Yeah. Come on, Alex, you're not doing anything else.
Is he not?
I don't think so. Let me check his IMDb.
I was gonna say I don't think he's directed anything since Gods of Egypt, but I might be wrong.
No, not only like short films.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. Sorry, Alex, I don't mean to roast you, but like it's a good thing. Like if you're not busy, give us a Dark City series.
We know you have the time.
Here's the hour and a half. Just boom. This is one of the few times where I'd say, yeah, flush it out. Let me see. Alex Proyas. Okay, he does have one upcoming project that's in post-production. It's RUR. Like an abbreviation, like R.U.R. A young woman visits the island factory of Rossum's Universal Robots to emancipate the robots from capitalist exploitation with catastrophic results based on the famous 1920 play. It's supposed to be a satire. So, okay.
I hope so. I hope it is a satire because that sounds silly as hell.
I know. But he hasn't.
At the same time, we're getting Alex Proyas coming back to robots.
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, his last
Somebody
feature.
Go find Will Smith.
And he's not doing anything either, so there you go.
Yeah, no, Will Smith's career has kind of gone down the shitter, unfortunately. Well, either fortunately or unfortunately. I mean, Will Smith is one of those actors who he can be very good. He can also be very bad. And well, one that comes to mind is After Earth, where it was him and his son acting together.
God. We don't talk about that one.
And I have so much respect for M. Night Shyamalan, but I don't like that movie at all.
I've never even seen it.
Don't.
I haven't really seen Will Smith on a lot of stuff, to be honest.
what Will Smith in that movie plays a character who supposedly
Oh.
knows no fear. He's some badass like alien hunter or whatever, and his name is Cypher Rage. Like, you can just see the balls
Yeah.
dangling
Oh.
off that name. I mean, it was like
Yes.
it was like, okay, well, what's gonna be the coolest sounding name we could possibly give this guy? Unfortunately, Lieutenant Man Awesome was taken.
Hey, ChatGPT, I'm writing the script for this movie. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cypher Rage.
Oh man. Well, it's got a 12% on Rotten Tomatoes, so
What does After Earth?
yeah,
That's too high.
Too
we need to have a talk with those 12%.
Yeah, it's like everybody who upvoted After Earth, I feel like should not watch movies.
Right. You have lost that privilege.
Anytime they go to
And
the
Gods of
movie
Egypt. You like Gods of Egypt? Out of here.
exactly. It's like, okay, if you like Gods of Egypt or Jesus, what the hell were we just talking about?
After Earth.
After Earth. Okay, my brain just pushed it right out of my head.
I'll give an example. Michael liked Gods of Earth when we did that review, and look, he's not here. So we're dead serious, folks. If you like Gods of Egypt,
Yes,
You-
there's a reason why we have an empty spot down here.
yeah. There's a reason why. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just glad that after watching this, I'm just glad that After Earth didn't have Kiefer Sutherland in it. Okay, I'm done. I'm done roasting Kiefer Sutherland.
Ooh, that's a good episode. Every movie we wish didn't have Kiefer Sutherland, and every movie we wish had.
I was bored this weekend, so I watched every Kiefer Sutherland movie. And it's like not one movie, not in one single movie does he act like he does in Dark City.
Oh, I would love to watch the behind the scenes to see if that was a creative decision or if Kiefer improvised on that.
If it was improvisation, that was some long game improvisation. Like, oh my god, I wanted him to stop talking so many times in the movie. I was hoping that someone would just come by and like shoot him in the head or something.
Oh man.
Overall, though, this movie was definitely an experience.
Yeah.
It's not one that I'd say really has that pullback factor that, you know, once I'm done with it, oh my god, I just can't stop thinking about it. I have to go back and
Right.
watch it again, but whatever. But it's an interesting and cerebral hour and a half, you know, noir sci-fi thriller that has a decent twist, some really great execution as far as as far as the narrative, some iffy performances and some iffy script moments, but otherwise, I'd say it's a solid movie.
Yeah, and I'd agree. I'd probably give it about 6.5, 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
If it weren't for the extended cut, I probably wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I'll rewatch that so soon. And I don't know when I'll get to the extended cut. There's at least that, but I'm glad I watched it. You know,
Oh
I
yeah,
thought
yeah,
it
absolutely.
was good enough for that. But yeah.
How about you, Spencer? What are your final thoughts about it?
I think I'd be slightly more generous. I'd give it probably like a 7.5 rating out of 10. I think I know, right?
He liked
But-
an Ox Boys movie. All right.
Oh no, and just adding on to his already long list of things to use against me.
Yeah,
That list
so
gets only longer every week.
Gave this movie a good score. Let's just go ahead and there we go.
Oh boy.
That was warning number 1.
Well, no, as I mentioned earlier, it did a bunch of things that just like personally, just like that I just really liked about it with the story and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think biggest thing for me is probably just some of the acting bits here and there, as you talked about. But like, I think it was a solid 90-minute flick. It's something I'd recommend probably to like a lot of my film friends at least just watch like once. You know,
Yeah.
obviously it's a very
Yeah.
acquired taste, and I recognize that a lot of the reasons why I really like a lot of it is probably just my own weird sci-fi taste of things. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely glad I watched it, and I think it deserves some more recognition than it probably has, because I think
Oh,
it's
for
actually a
sure.
very cool movie.
Mhm.
I mean,
And so-
if it feels like a real staple in film history. I mean, this is a movie that like I've known that this movie has existed ever since I was a kid. You know,
Oh, wow.
I mean, I would see like posters of it, or I'd hear people talk about it now and then, or somebody would mention it, and in the back of my mind, I always knew that I'd probably get around to watching it someday. But it was hard to find a reason to, because even without knowing what it was, it still felt something about the way it looked, something about the name, something about just this movie in general, without even having watched it, just felt so niche. And
Mhm.
and I had to give myself an excuse to watch it, and like like Spencer said, you know, I'm certainly glad that
Yeah.
I watched it.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, are there better sci-fi movies out there? Absolutely. Are there better noir films out there? Absolutely. But this movie found a way to balance both of those genres really well. And even if it's not the best movie in the world, I still applaud it for just
Oh, yeah.
going for it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. You know, when Andrew, you described this movie earlier as Hobbit meets Truman Show, and when you mentioned
Hobbit.
that to me,
Hobbit.
Hobbit, sorry,
Matrix.
sorry, I
I
was
was gonna
literally
say the Hobbit meets the Truman Show.
Well, there is a Hobbit. There is a Hobbit in the movie, so
sorry,
Is there a film crew following a bunch of midgets going?
sorry, I was literally just
I gotta see that movie now.
I know. Sorry, Matrix meets Truman
good.
Show. When you described that to me, that really stuck with me as far as it goes. And you know, I felt a lot of, I mean, I understood what you meant by that, but I definitely felt a lot of
Yeah.
Matrixisms of this movie.
Sure.
And it's
Yeah.
something interesting where it's like when watching it, it felt a lot to me like this could have been a movie that was only made possible because of the Matrix, was what it felt like to me, because we know what the Matrix did for movies in general.
Yeah.
And especially with hearing how tough of a movie that got to be made. And so the fact that this came before the Matrix, I find really interesting that they, you know, obviously didn't get as nearly big or anything, but and didn't necessarily pave the way, but it's just interesting to see how I don't know who did this movie, but the fact that it came out like a year before, I just found it very interesting.
Yeah, well, it's definitely
Wachowskis?
indicative.
Did you-
It's indicative of the time that it came out in, because like the late 90s and into the early 2000s was whenever film in general was starting to take this shift into much darker and much more serious territory, because you know from like 1996 to maybe 2005 we got The Matrix, we got Dark City, we got Seven, we got Underworld, we got I was just thinking of something else and I just lost it. But just in general, the whole bleak type of setting in film was really starting to take off. And I feel like movies like this that, you know, since its theater run gained such a massive cult following, I feel like this movie kind of paved the way, not for a Matrix type film, but for a more serious take on this type of story. Because I mean that this movie could, I mean, if this movie had come out maybe in like the late 2010s to early, you know, 2020s, it'd 100% be a dark comedy. It'd be like a satire of something, something like Parasite. I don't know if you ever saw that, but that was the Korean film that won Film of the Year.
Yeah. Well, one thing it
Fantastic
did,
movie, by the way.
yeah, one thing it did do, like 2010s movies, is a lot of quick cuts. That was one thing I noticed about the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another complaint I had about it. Some of the cuts felt very off. I forgot
Yes.
about that. Like I was
Yeah.
watching it, and it just felt very sudden and like out of nowhere. I was like, wait, what?
It was like that movie you sent me, Cam, with Columbalina or whatever it's
Oh,
called.
Columbiana.
Columbiana, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It was like every
Who
2 seconds
cares?
was like, yeah. At least it wasn't any action because it would have been like cut.
So the first time that we see one of the others try to stab John Murdoch, just the act of him lunging the knife towards him was like 4 quick cuts. I'm like, ah, no, don't do that.
It was
No!
like Liam Neeson jumping the fence and Taken. Like,
Oh my god, that is the prime example that everybody brings up when talking about terrible editing. It's like he's jumping a fence. We don't need 12 different angles of that.
oh, but you do.
No, we don't. I mean, I get it. You know, Liam Neeson is old. He can't really do that kind of thing anymore. But just film it from behind with a stunt double.
The Steven Seagal effect. You know?
if it was Steven Seagal, I mean, he would have hired a stunt double to run up to the fence. He would have hired a stunt double to jump over the fence. He would have hired a stunt double to land on the other side of the fence. He would have hired a stunt double to stand back up after having landed on the other side of the fence.
I actually heard that whenever he's chased by the police, he just hires a stunt double to run from the police.
Steven Seagal and stunt doubles is like peanut butter and jelly. You just can't have one without the other.
Oh, don't say peanut butter and jelly around Steven Seagal. He would.
And I guarantee that Widow's Peak is fake.
Oh man.
I'm so glad that we've reached the point now where we cannot go a single episode without roasting the fuck out of Steven Seagal.
I would have loved to see him in The Last Samurai, though. I think that was one of the worst miscastings of all time.
Oh my god!
You know, like, get this Tom Cruise guy out of here. Like, what? Like, come on. I'm kidding.
Okay. So if it was Steven Seagal, the plot would have revolved around the samurai kidnapping Steven Seagal's daughter. Steven Seagal, because of that, gets brought out of retirement as a samurai.
Sounds like to be original.
He goes to fight the other samurai and just one-man armies the entire samurai clan.
What he does is he flicks them on one samurai on the forehead and just domino effect.
Well, one of the samurai women would be contractually obligated to sleep with him.
I know. Oh man, dude! Imagine Steven Seagal in Avatar.
Oh my God.
So Steven Seagal in Avatar. One of the Na'vi kidnaps Steven Seagal's daughter. Steven Seagal gets brought out of retirement as an avatar to go and rescue her. One of the Na'vi women is contractually obligated to sleep with him.
Imagine seeing Zoe Saldana and Steven Seagal.
It's every freaking movie of his.
Oh, and he's driving everywhere instead of walking, you know.
Oh yeah,
even
he
indoors.
drives around the great tree instead of driving through it.
Oh man. Steven, there was no cars in samurai time. I don't care.
So somehow he builds one with like 4 sticks and a wheel.
Hey, don't put it past Steven Seagal. He'll be huffing and puffing along the way, but he will do it. That being said, Steven, if you ever want to be on the show, Cam will happily interview you.
I will happily tell you no.
Wow.
Okay, I will happily interview you. That's Kiefer Sutherland in Dark City.
Dark City 2, starring Steven Seagal.
Taking down all the strangers.
Goodness gracious. Well, I'd say we've handily, flown off the rails there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. As far as Dark City goes, I pretty much share the same sentiment as all of you. It's a good movie. not a great movie or a masterpiece, but a movie
it's-
that I'm definitely glad that I watched.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody have any shameless plugs? Andrew, what's our week looking like for Feast of Fandoms?
Yeah, well, it's funny you bringing that up. I have a memory of Feast of Fandoms, but I can't quite place it as to why I have this memory.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
Is that you bleeding from the forehead there, Andrew?
Oh yeah. What am I doing in a tub? I was gonna think of something else witty to say, and I forgot. But anyway, on Feast of Phantoms this week, Monday night, tomorrow night, we have MCU Monday. We are continuing our Daredevil Born Again Season 2 reviews, which has been so good. We have episode 6. It's crazy to think season's almost over, just 2 more episodes. And
Isn't it
then
9
Thursday
episodes?
night,
Isn't it 9 episodes?
it might be 9 actually. Okay, 3 more weeks. And then Thursday night, Cantina Happy Hour. Just this little animated show that is coming out called Maul Shadow Lord. It's been all it's a show.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
kidding.
okay,
It's been
I
great.
guess.
It's there. It's there. It's for the kids. But no, it's been great. Is it episodes 7 and 8 already?
7 and 8, yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. But we're eating good right now when it comes to nerd shows. So,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
yeah, looking forward to that. So that's all I got. I'll save the rest for Spencer.
All right, Spencer, what you got?
Let's see here. Today, me and Andrew dropped our reaction over the new Spider Noir trailer that just came out late last
I
night.
haven't seen that yet.
Oh, it's so good.
Such a good trailer. We were both very surprised by how good of a trailer that was.
And it doesn't reveal the plot of the show.
Yeah.
Good.
And it's
Yeah.
like 2.5 minutes, which is surprising.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see here. Tuesday, I have Void Rivals Volume 4 review dropping. And I don't think I have anything else coming out this week other than Before the Cape, where me, Andrew, and Ian review Smallville, where we are on episodes. Do you know what that extra are called? Accelerate something? Something in Accelerate.
Oh, it was. I remember because it was like a catchy too.
Yeah, hold on. I'll pull
like-
it up here. But
I blame it on the strangers. So
blame it in the yeah, you see, my mind's gotten stolen. Like for some reason, I only remember the
that is the new excuse for when you forget something. Like, blame it on.
It would explain a lot about why I forget so many things. Calling
Yeah.
is the name of the other episode. So it is our second to last show before we are done with the season. Last episode before the finale. So
That's wild.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for Dark City. Thank you, Andrew and Spencer, for joining us. Be sure to like and subscribe to Cam and Focus, Feast of Fandoms, and the Dingus Den. You know, we put out a lot of geeky content. So if you're into that kind of thing, definitely check us all out. That's about it for tonight. Thank you, fellas, for joining me. And we will see you guys on Cam and Focus next time. Bye-bye.